Hello, this is Brian Rowe with Mythic MTG Tech doing an unofficial PAX Magic the Gathering trailer. Here in Seattle, we have PAX Prime going on this coming weekend. 70 to 80,000 gamers descend on Seattle's downtown area for 4 days to play games. A lot of video games, some board games, and a lot of Magic the Gathering. Now, when I say this is in Seattle, I mean this is in Seattle, not SeaTac. It is in the middle of downtown Seattle, where Capitol Hill is a short walk away, one of the coolest neighborhoods in the city. Gamers basically take over the downtown corridor for PAX. If you want to play in constructed events, Cascade is running constructed events all 4 days of PAX. They have something called the Planeswalker package, which is basically the equivalent of a unlimited constructed bracelet along with a VIP room pass together for $150. You must also have PAX tickets, though, to play in the event. So think of this as about $260 to $290, depending on how lucky you got on getting PAX tickets to play in unlimited constructed events. I used the VIP room down at GP Portland. Wasn't that impressed with the idea, but it was nice to have water available. If you plan to play events all 4 days, this is actually a decent deal. You're going to save yourself $50 to $100. You cannot possibly play in all the events, as they probably will not let you enter several events at once. So the better you are at Magic, the less of a deal this is. If you're doing really well in events, you're going to stay in them and only get 1 or 2 events in per day. If you've got other things going on at the con, I would consider just entering individual events. They do have something else really interesting, the Planeswalker package limited bracelet, which allows you to play in the constructed events and the limited events. So this covers sealed deck and booster draft events. I'm not clear from their website whether it covers the on-demand events or not, but it does look very interesting, especially if you want to grind all weekend. You also need to do a cost-benefit analysis here, because $300 plus PAX tickets is basically what you can buy a whole case of M15 for. I would do this for the experience, not necessarily for the value. The on-demand events are really, really nice. This is one of my favorite things about a event like this. You can show up at any time. Once they get 8 people together, they will start an on-demand event, or 4 for the commander events. The prizes are pretty reasonable. I believe the best value is the on-demand booster drafts. The first prize gets a on-demand entry, so you can go infinite, playing again and again. It's $15. You're going to get the cards that you draft, and you're at least going to get 1 prize pack and up to 4 prize packs. Very nice way to run events. I would definitely at least play in 1 or 2 of these while you're out there. I do see this event as kind of a fail, though, for Legacy and Modern players. Individuals who own dual lands and Tarmogoyfs are not that interested in winning packs of M15. I would have liked to have seen some better prize support for the Eternal players. They did attempt to put in a Garruk Wildspeaker exclusive. Now, I don't know if the picture here is the actual exclusive. I found this online from another convention. The difference being that they took the regular Garruk and added purple eyes to him. I think he's cute, works really well for kids. I'm not that impressed with this, though, as a high-end prize at tournaments. I really, really enjoyed the prize wall that we had at GP Portland, where you could basically either get packs or you could save up as tickets to buy pretty much anything. This is my favorite prize structure, and I wish that Cascade Games would really look at this in the future. There are a few events, though, that do have very strong prizes. There is a sealed event with a first prize of a foil Modern Masters set. There's a 2-headed giant that has foil uncut M15 sheets. There's also a Chaos draft that looks really interesting to me. You get 3 packs chosen at random from the last 10 years, put together a 40-card deck, and you have a chance to get from the Vault Annihilation. I think that chaos draft would just be fun. I believe there are chaos drafts throughout the entire event. I would take a close look at Cascade Games' schedule and choose one or two events that have particular prizes that are interesting and just engage in those. For panels, the only panel that I could find related to Magic was the Magic the Gathering World Building panel. This is the big spoiler panel for PAX. This is where they often announce new cards, planeswalkers, what's going on with Magic generally. I would definitely check this panel out. Ladies Planeswalkers is also going to be there teaching new players to play Magic. So if you've got some friends who you want to get into Magic, stop by that booth and help them learn to play Magic. I can't find a list of artists anywhere. I've spent at least 2 hours scouring the internet. The last 2 PAX that I went to had an amazing array, 5 to 10 different artists. One of them even had a lot of the original artwork from the alpha beta set. I have no idea what artists are going to be there. As soon as I know, I will throw it up on Twitter or on Instagram. I'm sure there will be MTG artists there, and if you have a list of who those artists are, I would love to find. I would also watch MTG Daily. They usually do a post over what they're doing at PAX. It's Monday and I haven't seen it yet. Now we're moving on to 6 cool things to do in Seattle. Definitely, if you're new to Seattle, check out some of the cool card stores that are in the local area. My favorite being Card Kingdom in Ballard. Wonderful shop, giant space, huge game library, very, very friendly. Likely to be very busy during the off hours. It is a little bit of a drive from the downtown area, but it is well worth it. They've got a great selection of singles. Phoenix Comics up on Capitol Hill is a short walk from the convention center. It's one of my favorite new places in town. They have a very friendly group of individuals to play with. They usually have casual games going on. They've got a few singles that are older, definitely worth checking out. The Ray Gun Lounge is likely to be packed, but has a great community. It's about 3 blocks from the convention center. They're often doing PAX-related parties all weekend. The next really cool thing that I recommend checking out in Seattle is the Japanese Gardens. They're located in the Arboretum towards the north end of the city. It is an amazing Japanese gardens. They have a traditional tea ceremony house there, a wonderful landscape. This time of year, it's extremely nice to walk through and visit. About 2 blocks west of the convention center, maybe 3 or 4 at most, is Kukuruza, which has some of the best custom popcorn anywhere. They put pretty much anything on the popcorn and you can mix and match them. I am a big fan of the truffles and white cheddar. The Experience Music Project has a really interesting exhibit going on right now on Myth and Magic. It has several pieces of original Magic the Gathering artwork and a lot of nostalgia from your childhood, very interesting artifacts from movies. I definitely recommend checking it out. It's a collection that you're not likely to see anywhere else. If you're interested in history, the underground tour in Seattle is fascinating. Basically, Seattle had a fire and rebuilt directly on top of the city, and there's a huge caverns underneath the Pioneer Square Historic District that you can go walk through. There's a kind of traditional underground tour, and then there's also an underworld tour aimed at adults that goes over more of the seedy side of that area. I definitely recommend the underworld tour. A lot of fun, interesting history. If you're into pinball, Seattle is one of the better places to be. There are 2 pinball places within walking distance of the convention center. John John's is a smaller place that actually usually does some of their machines free on Sundays, although I don't know if they'll be doing that for PAX. Very good drinks, nice staff there, great place to play pinball. Up on Capitol Hill, Unicorn has a downstairs area called Narwhal that has right about 8 pinball machines, some very good stuff. Adam's Family is one of my absolute favorites. I would definitely recommend checking them out. Their food is also really good. They have great veggie corn dogs. They have some of the most unusual drinks in the city. Definitely recommend checking them out for food and for drink. If you're out in the Seattle area for PAX, please look me up on Twitter or Foursquare or Instagram. I'm going to be out at the convention all 4 days having fun. I hope to see some people from the channel there. Also, thank you to everybody who supports the channel over on Patreon. I greatly appreciate it. If you want to support the channel, there are options for patronage, which include some booster pack openings directly on the channel.